left to go. Ghosts of old regrets, they whisper through the trees. Lord, I beg for mercy on these haunted knees. Raven calls at dusk as the sun starts to fade. Broken hearts and promises in the life I made. The whiskey in my veins, bitter as my sin. Moonlight casts a silver glow where darkness has been. Beneath the moonlit shadows, as the song starts to fade. Broken hearts and promises in the life I made. The whiskey in my veins, bitter as my sin. Moonlight casts a silver glow where darkness has been for me. Beneath the moonlit shadows, where memories turn cold, the past is never far behind, its stories never told. Every step's a sorrow, every breath's a plea. In this valley of the damned, there's no escape for me. I hear the hoot of owls, their song a mournful cry. The stars are hidden, shrouded by the tears I cannot dry. Footsteps lost and weary on this lonesome trail, searching for redemption in a land where shadows sail. Midnight winds are howling, calling out my name. Fallen angels by my side, feeding on my shame. In the depth of darkness, I feel the chill of cold. This road to nowhere takes its toll, with stories left untold. Neath the moonlit shadows, as the sun starts to fade. The past is never far behind, and stories never told. Every step's a sorrow, every breath's a plea. In this valley of the damned, there's no escape for me.
Midnight on the ridge, shadows creep and crawl, whispers in the wind, neath the blood-red moon. Old pine creaks and sways, secrets in its bark. Lonely howl echoes, piercing through the dark. Ghosts of old regrets haunt this timber trail. Footsteps on the gravel, whispers of a tale. Lovers lost embrace, etched in phony vibes. Memories like phantoms, mingling with the dark. Ghosts of old regrets haunt this timber trail. Footsteps on the ground, whispers of a tale. Lovers lost embrace, etched in phony vibes. Memories are like phantoms, mingling with the pines. Darkness falls heavy as night shadows dance. Fate's cruel mistress won't give a second chance. Underneath the starlight, hearts forever ache. Midnight on the ridge, there's too much at stake. The river runs so cold, like a lover's storm. In the chill of night, trouble's always born. The lantern flickers low, casting restless hues. Eyes in the darkness, glowing with the blues. Ravens perched on gravestones, mocking destiny. A song in the silence, riddled with mystery. Whiskey in a flask keeps the spirits warm. Solitude a friend, shelter from the storm. Darkness falls heavy as night shadows dance. Fate's cruel mistress won't give a second chance. Underneath the starlight, hearts forever ache. Midnight on the ridge, there's too much at stake.
Through the dead of night, moon hangs low, casting eerie light. Coyote's cry is a haunting song. On this prairie I've wandered too long. There's a shadow beneath the willow tree, whispers secrets only I can see. Cold ground where the wildflowers lay, dreams long buried in the dust and clay. Midnight calls and the silence screams. Ghosts of love haunt my broken dreams. Lonely nights and the wolves they howl. Midnight on the prairie, hear its growl. Gravel road leading to nowhere, empty bottle and a vacant stare. Stars above seem so cold and far as I trace my name in the fallen star. Dark clouds gather and the thunder moans. Empty heart roams a land of stones. Paths I've tread with shadows close, seeking solace in the wind's ghost. Midnight calls and the silence screams. Ghosts of love haunt moonlight's thin. Through the window, whispers come in. Every ghost I've known feeds the gloom as shadows dance around the room. Gravel roads and a rusted gate leading to a past I can't escape. Memories ache like an old sore wound under a sky that feels maroon. Whiskey and shadows, heavy is the night. Loneliness wrapped in dim, flickering light. Every sigh, a whisper from the past, bound by the silence, hearts turn to glass. Old barn creaks in the midnight pall. Hay's been gone since late last fall. An owl cries, echoes through the haze, lost in the night. I've lost my ways. A locket clutched in my shaking hand. Years have passed like shifting sand. By the river where we used to roam, now it's just me, and I'm all alone. There's a shadow over yonder where the old barn creaks. In the still of the night, not a soul dare speak, though the moonlight glimmers on the silver gale. In that haunted hollow, it's silence that prevails. Grandpa told stories of lost souls and bones, talking about folks who never made it back home. Echoes in the forest of a mournful tune, a distant reminder of the town's dark room. Ooh, there's a shadow haunting every hill, whispers of the past that linger still. In the night it comes calling through heart turned to stone for the men who had promised but never came home. By the old churchyard where the wildflowers grow lie the markers of secrets no one else could know. When the north wind howls through the weather trees, it sings a song of heartaches carried on the breeze. Ooh, there's a shadow haunting every hill, whispers of the past that linger still. In the night it comes calling through the pines, a tale of sorrow in these winding binds. Moonlight's thin on this dusty lane, whispers of the past like an old refrain. Shadows dance where the corn once grew, echoes of a love I never knew. Broken fence by the empty barn, rusty nails and a withered charm. Ghost of the fields, where did they go? Left to wander in the afterglow. Oh, the nights are long and the winds they moan. In the hush of twilight, I'm not alone. A heartbeat echoes through the hollows wide. In the still of the night, I hear you sigh. Coyotes cry in the cold night air. Melancholy fills the midnight's despair. Roads that lead where the shadows lie underneath this Tennessee sky. Tattered dreams in a lonesome house. Fields fall silent, so does the spouse. Once we danced under stars so bright. Now I walk these aisles in the dead of night. Oh, the nights are long and the winds they moan. In the hush of twilight, I'm not alone. A heartbeat echoes through the hollows wide. In the still of the night, I hear you sigh. town before the sun can rise. Whiskey burns where my soul once was, and I don't apologize. My boots drag ghosts behind me, dusting memories on my trail. The law don't catch what it can't cage, and love just tends to fail. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, a little wild-eyed, got a fire in my blood and a hitch in my stride. They say I'm lost, but I know my way through back road nights and Judgment Day. I talk to shadows, I laugh at the pain. I'm a little crazy, but I ain't ashamed. I kissed a preacher's daughter, then vanished in the storm. Left a trail of smoldering silence where my touch was warm. I've danced with loaded devils, I've prayed with broken men. And if I crash in style, just to rise again. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, a little unchained, like a howl in the wind no walls can contain. I bleed in verses, I ride alone with a haunted heart carved out of stone. If heaven won't take me, then hell might try. I'm a little crazy, but I'm still alive. Sane, where the thunder speaks my name. And love, well, it don't linger here, just smoke rings and a silent tear. Yeah, I'm a little crazy, that's alright. I was built for storms, not candlelight. I'll tip my hat to those I've wronged, sing one last whistled outlaw song. You call it madness, I call it me. I'm a little crazy and always free. I'll carry my cross. I was born with the blood of a storm in my veins, raised by the thunder and the railroad chains. Mama cried verses while Daddy drank sin, and the preacher said hell always lets you back in. My boots hit the dirt with the weight of regret. Each mile of memory I'd rather forget. But the road keeps winding through sorrow and loss, and I bear it in silence. I'll carry my cross. I'll carry my cross through the valley of bones, where the silence cuts deeper than sticks and stones. No angels, no choir, no coin for the cost, just me and my shadow. I'll carry my cross. I buried my brother on the edge of a creek, where the willows weep and the lost ones speak. He wore his pride like a badge on his chest, but pride turns to ash when a man's laid to rest. Now the devil walks close with a crooked grin,
trading old secrets for bottles of sin. I don't beg for mercy, don't plead to be tossed. I'll walk straight through fire, I'll carry my cross. I'll carry my cross through the dust and the flame, through ghost towns that whisper my sorrow and name. No blessings, no guide, no savior embossed, but I won't lay it down. I'll carry my cross. The stars don't shine for the damned and the done, and justice don't come with a badge or a gun. But I made my peace with the weight I've earned. Let the wheels keep turning, let the bridges burn. There's a hill in the distance I've yet to climb, with a grave and a song and a mark of time. I'll lay down my sins where the vultures emboss, and carve my name in the stone. I'll carry my cross. I'll carry my cross to the end of the line, through blood and the rust, through whiskey and time, with no one behind and nothing to gloss. Let the winds write my story. I'll carry my cross. So pour one for the lost and the souls double-crossed. I ain't looking for heaven, I'll carry my cross.
You thought I'd fold, thought I'd fade, but I'm the bomb that don't obey. Built from rust, hate and scars. Now I'm burning like 1,000 stars. I don't bend, I detonate. Cross that line and seal your fate. Tried to break me, too damn late. I'm a storm you can't sedate. I held the line, bit my tongue. Now that silence weighs a ton. I was calm, I was nice. Now I'm colder than a block of ice. I don't bend, I detonate. Cross that line and seal your fate. Tried to break me, too damn late. I'm a storm you can't sedate. I'm the backlash, I'm the blast, I'm the shadow that's gonna last. Strike the match, watch me glow. Ain't no running from what you sow. I don't bend, I detonate. Cross that line and seal your fate. Seal your fate. Tried to break me, too damn late, too damn late. I'm a storm you can't sedate. So raise your voice, or raise your shield. This battleground won't ever yield. to detonate.
I was born where the black smoke rolls out past the pines and the busted coals. Mama said, boy, you got fire in your veins. Daddy just grinned, whispering chains. I don't take knees, I don't beg for grace. I wear my scars like a loaded case. A heart like flint, a soul like steel. I don't bow down, I break the wheel. I don't bend, I detonate. A fuse lit long by the hands of fate. I ain't no saint, I ain't your son. I'm the hammer falling, the smoking gun. If you cross me, don't be late. I don't bend, I detonate. Whiskey eyes and blood red skies. I walk with ghosts, no preacher denies. Boots worn down on the devil's stone, but I ride like sin, cold to the bone. I've seen good men break, I've watched them crawl. I'd rather burn than beg it all. No white flag, no backward glance, just a one-way path and a loaded stance. I don't bend, I detonate. A fuse lit long by the hands of fate. I ain't no saint, I ain't your son. I'm the hammer falling, the smoking gun. If you cross me, don't be late. I don't bend, I detonate. Steel winds howl and the thunder moans, but I ain't carved from breakable bones. They built their walls, I burned them down and wore the ash like a black thorn crown. You can pray to heaven, you can curse my name, but if I don't care who fans the flame, I don't bend, I detonate. Wrath in boots at the reaper's gate. A shadow's howl, a reckoning sound. The kind of man you don't turn around. If you test me, seal your fate. I don't bend, I detonate. So light the match and seal your tomb. I'll be the storm, I'll be the boom. I don't break, I don't hesitate. I don't bend, I detonate. I woke with a taste of blood on my tongue. Whiskey on breath and a loaded gun. The lawman's dead where the red dust blows, but the devil knows what the devil sows. My boots leave fire where the shadows crawl. I ain't running, I just answer the call. With a soul stitched tight by sin and flame, I ride with ghosts that don't need names. Hell's got room for one more soul, and I ain't afraid to pay the toll. These wheels turn slow, but they always roll down to where the reaper keeps control. One eye on the smoke, one hand on the door.
Hell's got room for one more. Crosses burn on the hills I've passed, names carved deep in a whiskey glass. My prayers are rusted, my fate long cast. I'm a hymn of hate from a haunted past. Barstool prophets warned me twice, but I shook hands with colder eyes. The preacher cried but wouldn't stay. He knew this rider don't kneel or pray. Hell's got room for one more soul, and I ain't afraid to pay the toll. These wheels turn slow, but they always roll down to where the reaper keeps control. One eye on the smoke, one hand on the door. Yeah, hell's got room for one more. The wind don't whisper, it screams my name, and the stars don't shine on a man of shame. But I light a match with a smile so wide, a fire like mine don't run or hide. Hell's got room for one more ride, and I'm the storm they can't deny. I'll burn this trail with iron and lore, then knock like thunder on that old red door. So pour one out on the cold dirt floor. Yeah, hell's got room for one more. One more howl in the midnight wind, one more soul about to ride again. Hell's got room, and I'm knocking.
You took your shot, but I'm still breathing. Left me for dead, but I ain't leaving. You built your kingdom on fear and lies. Now watch it crumble before your eyes. Hell's coming with me, no place to hide. You lit the fire, now burn inside. Ain't no mercy, ain't no peace. You made this war, now rest in pieces. Smoke rolls in, the night turns red. I walk the road where the damned have bled. Ain't no justice, just my hand, and I don't stop till I own this land. Hell's coming with me, no place to hide. You lit the fire, now burn inside. Ain't no mercy, ain't no peace. You made this war, now rest in pieces. Six shots loaded, one for you. Ain't no savior pulling you through. You played your game, but now it's mine. Count your seconds, run out of time. Hell's coming with me, no place to hide. You lit the fire, now burn inside. Ain't no mercy, ain't no peace. You made this war, now rest in peace. Blood on my boots, dust on my hands. I gave you time, I gave you a chance. Now the Reaper's got your name, and I'm the one who calls the game.
of smoke in a crimson dawn. Dust on my boots, sins on my palms. Riding that line between wrong and right. Whiskey in my breath, demons inside. Crossroads called, I answered fast. A bargain struck, no prayers to cast. Ashes and chains don't frighten me. Hell ain't a bad place to be. No angels weep, no choir sing. Just the sound of the iron hammers ring. Where the broken souls find company. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Fire in my veins, wild and free. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Barbed wire dreams and a rusted sky. I never feared no judgment tide. The saints all fled when I came near. The devil just laughed and poured the beer. Every scar's a story to tell. I carved my name in the gates of hell. A throne of dust waits just for me. Hell ain't a bad place to be. No angels weep, no choir sing. Just the sound of the iron hammers ring. Where the broken souls find company. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Fire in my veins, wild and free. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Smoke curls up like an outlaw's prayer. Freedom howls in the midnight air. No heaven's cage, no golden key. I'd rather ride where the dark runs free. No angels weep, no choir sing. Just the sound of the iron hammers ring. Where the broken souls find company. Hell ain't a bad place to be. Fire in my veins, wild and free. Hell ain't a bad place to be. If you see me riding through with a crooked grin and a shadow crew, just tip your hat, let me be. Hell ain't a bad place to be. I've been torn apart, thrown to the ground, but I'll rise again, and I won't back down. You can break my bones, you can steal my pride, but I'll tear your world apart from the inside. Wrath of the broken, vengeance in my eyes. I'm coming for you, and there's nowhere to hide. You made your bed, now you'll feel the cost. Wrath of the broken, you'll pay for what you've lost. I've got the fire, I've got the rage, a storm inside me that can't be caged. You thought you won, you thought you'd see, but now you'll face the wrath of me. Wrath of the broken, vengeance in my eyes. I'm coming for you, and there's nowhere to hide. You made your bed, now you'll feel the cost. Wrath of the broken, you'll pay for what you've lost. it drown. There's no redemption, no escape. The wrath of the broken will seal your fate. Wrath of the broken, vengeance in my eyes. I'm coming for you, and there's nowhere to hide. You made your bed, now you'll feel the cost. Wrath of the broken, you'll pay for what you've lost.
On a gravel road beneath the pines, a lone house stands where the moonlight shines. The wind whispers secrets through the night, casting shadows where ghosts find their light. In a corner bar past the county line, a man sits alone, lost in whiskey's brine. His heart's been broken by too many lies. In the darkened room where sorrow hides, watch on a worn out wrist, tracks the hours down a dark abyss. Memories haunt like a lover's scorn in the depths where dreams are torn. I saw a ghost in the night, with a bottle in hand. He stood by the pale moonlight. Whispers of sorrow echoed through the trees.
ghost-filled town. The moon's full face wears a silver crown. Shadows stretch where secrets lie. In the hush of night, you hear them cry. Old barn doors creak with a mournful tone. Winds whisper tales of lives unknown. Gravestones mark the dreams once found, gone to dust in the cold hard ground. Haunted whispers in the dead of night echo through the valley, chills down your spine. Ghosts of yore, they'll never rest in these dark woods we're forever guests. A lantern flickers by the old church wall. Footsteps echo, but no one calls. A chill runs deep, cuts like a knife. In this haunted place, there's more than life. Crumbling houses, lost to time. Memories linger, caught in grime. Restless wings sway to a ghostly breeze. In this eerie quiet, hearts don't ease. Haunted whispers in the dead of night echo through the valley, chills down your spine. Ghosts of yore, they'll never rest in these dark woods we're forever guests. Fog rolls in over the desolate plain. Silent whispers call my name. Moonlight casting shadows long in the night where I belong. Creaking boards on an old farmhouse. Ghost of memories haunts this house. Through broken windows the wind does howl. A lonesome wolf begins to prowl. In the silence I hear the cry, echoes of the past they rise. Darkened paths where spirits tread, where the living fear to spread. Lantern light flickers in the cold. Tales of the damned so often told. Footsteps follow where I go. In the stillness, voices low. Midnight
scream and shout. Faces linger in the gloom, shadows dance within my room. In the silence I hear the cries, echoes of the past, they rise. Darkened paths where spirits tread, where the living fear to spread. There's a shadow on the ridge tonight, a cold wind's howling full of fright. Old man Jenkins grips his gun, whispers fear of what's to come. Last night, children huddle, close their eyes, praying for the sun to rise. Oh, the darkness, it prevails, tears of sorrow, town wills, echoes in the dead of night, no salvation in their sight. Every whisper carries weight, secrets sworn will seal their fate. History they can't erase, buried deep can't find the grace. Oh, the darkness, it prevails, tales of sorrow, town wills, echoes in the dead of night, no salvation in their sight. Talks as roosters mean with rage, drinks as fury loves his cage, forgives no man, trusts no soul, heart as black as darkest coal.
The sky is bleeding crimson as the sun sinks low. A shadow on the horizon, and the wind starts to blow. Walking down this gravel road, my heart feels like stone. A long journey back to nowhere, where I'm all alone. I'll pass the old barn where the memories lie.
a time filled with laughter, now it's all bone dry. Whispers in the twilight, ghosts of days gone by. Every footstep echoes a mournful goodbye. It's a long road home, through the tears and the pain. Every step closer feels the same. Dust on my boots, dirt on my hands, trying to reclaim who I am. I reach the broken fence where dreams used to grow. Now it's tangled in the thorn with nothing to show. The moon starts rising, cold and pale, each star a reminder of the times I failed. There's a light in the distance, a flicker of hope, a whisper in the night, a way to cope. Through the dark and the sorrow, through the endless roam, I'll find my way back to a place called home. It's a long road home, through the tears and the pain. Every step closer feels the same. Dust on my boots, dirt on my hands, trying to reclaim who I am. Hill. The night is thick, the air is still. Whispers echo through the ancient trees. Every shadow hides a mystery. Lost souls wander down these dusty roads, in ragged clothes and heavy loads. Past is buried, but it ain't that deep. Secrets in the pines, they never sleep. Shadows in the pines, they call my name. A lonesome cry in the night's dark frame. Echoes of sorrow, ghosts of time, here in the valley where the sun don't shine. Rusty chains on weathered gates guard the old house in a haunted state. Windows broken, doors askew, memories linger like the morning dew. Silent prayers in the chapel old, candles flicker against the cold. Winds of change, they howl
sinks low behind the hills. A shadow creeps, it grows, it chills. The whispers rise on the evening air of sins once buried bold and bare. On Damnation Road, the tale is told of deeds that drag the pure to cold. The cross they cry, the winds they moan. On this dark path, you're never alone. The lantern swings, its light grows dim. The echoes hum a ghostly hymn. Each step cuts deep where sorrows sow. No mercy lies on Damnation Road. A church bell rings, the hollow tone, calling sinners who can't atone. The moon bleeds red, the night turns cruel. You can't outrun the devil's rule. On Damnation Road, the tale is told of deeds that drag the pure to cold. The cross they cry, the winds they moan. On this dark path, you're never alone. Church in the dirt, a name scratched faint, a warning there for the hearts of saints. Each mile ahead's another test, where the wicked walk and find no rest. On Damnation Road, the tale is told of deeds that drag the pure to cold. The cross they cry, the winds they moan. On this dark path, you're never alone.
Dust on my boots, blood on my hands. I've been running these crooked, cursed lands. Whiskey on my breath, fire in my veins, chasing broken dreams down hell-bound trains. I ain't no preacher, I ain't no saint, just a lonesome rider with a coat of paint. Black as the night, cold as a stone, got a fist full of sins and a heart overthrown. Cause the devil's got my back when the law's on my trail, when the moon turns red and the good hearts fail. I ain't praying for mercy, I ain't begging no grace, I'm riding with the shadows at a dead man's pace. Yeah, the devil's got my back and he's laughing in black, and I'm never turning back, no, never turning back. Grew up hard under a bloodshot sky. Mama said, boy, you're born to ride or die. Learned how to lie before I learned how to cry. Sold my soul cheap just to get by. I've slept in gutters, I've fought in bars, I got holy scars and outlawed stars. A deal's a deal when you're down this low. A man's gotta dance with the demons he knows. Cause the devil's got my back when the law's on my trail, when the moon turns red and the good hearts fail. I ain't praying for mercy, I ain't begging no grace, I'm riding with the shadows at a dead man's pace. Yeah, the devil's got my back and he's laughing in black, and I'm never turning back, no, never turning back. Whistle through the graveyard, sing my name. Every ghost and sinner's got their share of blame. Steel in my hand, smoke in my lungs. I'm a song of the damned that ain't yet sung. The devil's got my back when the night turns cruel, when the winds howl low, when the stars turn blue. No angels calling, no preacher's track, just me and the devil and the dust at my back. Yeah, the devil's got my back, and he's laughing black. I'm never turning back, no, never turning back. Never turning back, no, never turning back.
The moon's a ghost in a silver sky. Whispers haunt the old bridge where shadows lie. Empty bottle rolls down the barren street. Memories fade, but the past won't retreat. Graveyard holds secrets the town won't tell. Church bells toll like a warning bell. Windows shuttered in the dead of night. Even the stars hide from the fright. Down in the haunted town where dreams decay, demons dance in the night's cold sway. Broken souls lost in time's cruel maw, living alone with the devil's draw. The diner's closed, a board on the door. Echoes of laughter heard no more. Rusty nails on the abandoned farm, signs of life long fled from harm. Wolves howling by the old mill stream. Dread as thick as a nightmare's dream. Loneliness hangs from every tree. Haunted town's grip set and roots in me. Can't escape this cursed terrain. Ghosts of love and whispers of pain. Every step feels like a drag through mud, caught in a loop of sorrow and thunder rolls on the lonesome plain. Got a pact with the dark, got blood in my veins. Cards on the table, whiskey in my breath. I shook hands with the devil, now I'm riding with death. Oh, the devil don't forget and the devil don't forgive. Took my soul on a wager, now I got no life to live. The road keeps burning but there ain't no end. I owe a debt and I can't pretend. I hear the chains when the night grows still, a shadow behind me, a cold iron will. The hounds are howling, the gallows stand tall, but death ain't the worst of it, I've seen it all. Oh, the devil don't forget and the devil don't forgive. Took my soul on a wager, now I got no life to live. The road keeps burning but there ain't no end. I owe a debt and I can't pretend. Salvation, ain't no light, just a black horse riding through the dead of night. I made my choice and I sealed my fate. Now I ride with the lost through the hellfire gates. So pour one last drink, let the bottle run dry. Ain't no redemption for a man born to die. The dust keeps rising, the night grows cold, and the devil's debt never does grow old.